Boom, bitches.
Hola.
All right, y'all. Okay, so this is the last video of the month, which this year we're ending with a spell. And this spell is, in alignment with our month's topic, which is integrating the witch. And yes, I think that you'll enjoy it. We'll share the spell, we'll express it, we'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll share some different, aspects of it and how we might fine tune it. But yes, let me do this over here. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see it?
I see it. I see it.
All right. So we have fuck. No, we don't have that, but okay. Here we go. Shit. There we go. It's a charm to invoke the powers of the earth, which we felt was in alignment with what we're talking about. Right, Miss Melissa?
Yes, sir, because our energy, of course, comes from the earth. We are of the earth. The source of our power is very earthy. So, bring a charm to invoke the powers of the earth. It's a good way to integrate with a witch, and we can also express a few things that we would add to customize it a little. So after it rains, when the earth has received enough water to be soft, thus clinging to the fingers and to itself, go out and gather up enough to fill the bowl of a large spoon. Bring this into the house and quickly mold it into a sphere, smooth and rounded evenly. Set it aside in an iron vessel, then cover over. This covered over with a square of rough sackcloth. And when it is dried, after a day or two, remove it and place it in the center of the cloth. With these as well, a small green twig broken thrice. So that's 3 times. I don't know why they write things like this. So, I mean, to me, it's so much easier if you just say it plainly. A soft white feather of down. So basically, y'all, down feathers are usually goose feathers, but really, I think a soft white feather from any bird will suffice. And a drop of blood pricked from your own finger. Over them, then speak words to work the enchantment.
Ooh. And the enchantment is, now earth is earth, and earth is air, and earth is water, and earth is fire. Let all go into thee, and all be thine. Let all arise from thee, and then be mine. Watch out, y'all. Now fold the cloth to enclose these 4 entities and bind it up with a lashing of coarse twine. This charm should be kept in a dark drawer or box to be taken out and in cupped hands held to the breast, and its words repeated whenever a strengthening of influences is to be called forth. This is from the Crone's Book of Charms and Spells by Valerie Worth. And she has a lot of good shit. But yeah, that's the spell, and that's super fun. And it really is, it helps you to remember who you are. It helps you to remember your power, to reconnect, and to really strengthen your essence. So yeah, you'd get like your ball and your ball of earth and place it to your heart and, really, connect with it. And you'd say the chant over and over. And every time you bring it out, you chant with it and you connect with influence and energy and allow it to inspire you and uplift yourself. So yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the spell. What do you think?
I really like the spell. One of the things I like about it is the fact that it includes all of the elements. So as much as it's a charm to invoke the powers of the earth, it is all the powers that reside on earth, earth, air, water, fire. So you're combining all the elements into this charm, which to me embodies everything. I would honestly add spirit to that. And that little chant, and even add, because you're already adding your own blood and with that blood, you're adding a bit of your spirit energy. So to me, I would add spirit into that, because to me, integration with the witch would include all 5 elements. So that's something I would add. Another thing I would add, honestly, is a few herbs, probably. And I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would actually add the herbs into the ball. I would probably charge it, fill like the bottom of the iron vessel, or put it around the iron vessel and charge it with those herbs. Things like dragon's blood, because dragon's blood to me is very much a part of the witch. To me, it is a representation of earth energy, of Sproul, of the red serpent. And so I would add something like dragon's blood to that and charge it with dragon's blood, or quartz crystals, charge it with that. Obsidian be good to add to it, or charge it with that. So yeah, to me, there's a few things I would definitely add to it to make it my own. And like I said, I would integrate spirit with it, because to me, all of those elements invoke the powers, not only the powers of earth, but the powers of the witch.
Right. I like that. I like that. Yeah, and you can actually, if you want to incorporate spirit, you can put like, now earth is earth, and earth is air, and earth is water, and earth is fire, and spirit manifests earth. Let all go into thee, and all be thine. Let all arise from thee, and then be mine. So you can incorporate spirit at the very bottom for sure, or, you know, with it, and that is perfect. I would do that for sure. And like you said, you know, probably utilize, I'd probably crush up black obsidian, and I'd probably make it a little bigger than a large spoon. Possibly a little smaller than this. Like half the size maybe, I don't know. Or even this big, I don't know. This is pretty huge. But yeah.
No one can see that though, because...
Oh, sorry.
Oops, we're looking at the, yeah.
Well, all 3 of us will be presented, so they'll be able to see a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hopefully. I don't know how the settings are. We'll find out. But yeah, and so what I would do is probably crush up like black obsidian and mix it in with the dirt, and, you know, form the ball from that. I would probably add tumbleweed, and usually tumbleweed I utilize in cursing and malediction, but I would utilize tumbleweed in this because I want to remember that the witch's power is continuous. It grows, and as tumbleweeds, you know, they tumble and tumble, the energy, it continues to get bigger and bigger, and it intensifies. And so that's why I would utilize tumbleweed that way, also to express the dangers of being witch and the dangers of, you know, coming across a witch. And so the tumbleweed will help me to connect with, you know, my, you know, authentic and primal witch self, and realize that here I am, and I'm eternal. I'm a part of something so big, and I'm not just stagnant. I'm continuously growing. I would definitely utilize crystals to charge the work, and I most likely for myself would utilize Chrysocolla, because I love communication. I love the color and the fluidity of it, and I would put that in, you know, to charge and to emphasize the power of my voice and the words. And so when I connect with that and I bring the influence and the power of the witch out, it is aligned with communication. It's aligned with, you know, the voice. And as I express myself with this, it's seen or perceived in a very important way. So it helps intensify my communication skills. I might use garnet because I love garnet, and it's very sacred to me. It's very luxurious and very lustrous to me. Yeah. It's very lusty for sure. And I probably would incorporate like skeleton keys or old keys with this, because, you know, the witch unlocks things. We connect with all realms, and we are the gatekeepers of many things. And so for me personally, sacred keys are vital to my practice. So I would definitely utilize that.
Right. You know, you could even add that, like, you know, it says, you know, when you're done, you wrap it up in a cloth, and then you wrap it in coarse twine. And when you're done wrapping it, you can actually add the keys to maybe the top,
Oh yeah.
tying that off. And so you have a really good representation of, you know, you have your charm, and the keys are the gateway that
The gateway.
unlocks, you know, your charm. So that would be cool. I would like to, that would be something that I think would be really good to add.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like it.
I like that. I like it a lot, really. And so, you know, y'all, you have this presented to you, and that's a really great charm to experience. So yeah, that's perfect, and it's a very simple spell, a very simple charm to work with, and that's kind of like the importance of practicing witchcraft. It's not just spells or chants or anything like that. We have physical objects, physical tools that we imbue with magic and power that we work with to stimulate and to trigger us to remember what we are, who we are, what we're capable of, and when we need that pick me up.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, you know, and that's the importance of practicing your craft. You know, you take these tools and you make charms and things like that for, like Michael said, for the pick me up, for the reminder to keep you inspired. So when you are feeling unconnected, you know, when you're feeling a distance between yourself and your practice, you can take this ball of dirt out, ball of earth out, and reestablish that connection. You know, so if you're experiencing burnout, or if you just feel like you haven't been in your groove, you know, as far as magically, this is perfect to bring out and really help you establish that. I mean, and you know, you want to filter this through your heart chakra. You know, anytime they talk about putting something up to your breast or to your heart, to me, that is a good indicator that you want to filter all this experience through your heart chakra. So not only will this help you connect that energy, but it opens your heart up to it. You learn to love the witch, love the magic, love that feeling of connection.
Yes, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. That's absolutely intense. Uh, and it really is. It's about that. That's why we shared this working, because it's very important that you learn to connect with yourself. It's very important that you learn to integrate with the witch, and that's why our last show, which was about the astrological influences, the sun, ascendant, and the moon, and how to integrate the witch that way. It's important to take that and take it a step further and utilize this spell to have something very physical, something that was, you know, you channel the spiritual essence, you channel the integrity of the astral realm, the spiritual nature, and you bring it to the physical. You imbue this physical thing with your power, you tie it together, and then you have something that is connected to all aspects of who you are. And so it's very important that we have that, because it helps us to really connect and integrate with what we are on this level here in the present moment, in the very mundane world. It helps to remind us that we are other, and we are special, and we have skill sets that not everyone has, and that's okay. Because at times I feel that, you know, many witches feel like they're just average, and they're normal, and they're just like, you know, glorified bake sale bitches. You know, they're just whatever. They're soccer moms. And if you're a soccer mom, that's cool. You can be a witch and a soccer mom. Up your game. But we feel that. We feel very dull. We feel disconnected from what we really are. Because on some level, we feel that, we feel the intensity of our craft. We feel the intensity of the witch. And we know where we should be or where we want to be. But we realize we're not there. And we also realize we don't know how to get there. Not always. Mm-hmm. So having that physical representation of that true power, the true essence of witch, it helps us remember. It helps us to really integrate. It bridges that gap.
Yes, exactly. And you know, if you look back at, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm echoing so bad. But if you look back, okay, no, I'm not. If you look back at our astrology show that we did last week, you can take, we gave a few exercises you could do with your sun, rising, and moon signs. You can take this charm and use it and connect it to those practices, to those exercises, and that way it kind of absorbs the energy, and it will also help you reconnect your sun, rising, and moon signs. So it would be very handy to have around when performing those exercises, or even just writing up the symbols of your sun, rising, and moon, and placing them around the ball whenever you're making it, while it sits and dries out and charges, and that way you have those to influence that and reconnect yourself with those aspects of yourself.
I can see myself all excited on the screen over here. Oh my god, so stupid. But no, when you were saying that, I'm like, oh my god, I just got this great fucking idea. When you're doing those exercises, place them under, well, if you're doing the one exercise that I'm suggesting, I suggested, place it under the bed.
Yeah.
As it dries, place it under the bed as you're doing each exercise, and make it a conscious point to send that energy into that bowl.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yes, I like that.
Y'all know what we're talking about. If you've seen the astrology show, if not, we'll link it somewhere.
Somewhere we will. But yeah, is there anything else that you'd like to express before we end this super simple spell?
Not really. Just make sure y'all take it, make it your own. You know, if you don't connect with a branch broken in 3 places and a feather, you know, basically you just want a representation of each element. So, right. You know, take that and do with it as, you know, what feels best for you.
Just.
So make it yours.
Yeah, and if you want to do like a video response to this and share, if you want to share how you created it your own or what you thought, please do. We love interaction. If you just want to comment or do a blog post, share your experiences, your links, whatever, in the comments below. And we just look forward to the communication that we will have with y'all. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Be blessed.